Welcome back to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel. My name is Chris and I'm here to bring the high rev perspective.
And my name is Josh and I'll be bringing the low rev perspective.
Today going head to head, we have the brand new RotoGrip Gremlin Tour X and the Brunswick Combat Hybrid. We'll be throwing 10 shots with each of these, picking one winner that we would most likely add to our bag and explain why. After seeing the Combat Hybrid and the Gremlin Tour go down the lane, these both had pretty decent ball reactions here. I liked both the shapes that they were kind of giving me. I do think the Combat Hybrid has that slightly bigger and stronger core, so I felt like I had a little bit more change of direction, a little bit more left to right hook than the Gremlin Tour. To me, when I kept my angles a little bit more in front of me, I feel like my misses left were a little bit better with the Gremlin Tour, just because of the more gradual kind of rounded shape. The Combat Hybrid really stored a little bit more energy, and if I missed left, there wasn't quite enough carry down for it to like shim and get those hits. So there were definitely a couple that I got left and it went through the face, as where the Gremlin Tour kind of blended that and still was kind of rounded and went through the pins the right way. So to me, I think the winner is going to have to be the Gremlin Tour. I really like that tour style controllability off the end of the pattern. The Combat Hybrid ball motion looked pretty good, but I think to me the Gremlin Tour X is just going to be a little bit more versatile. I think you'll be able to throw it on patterns that have a decent amount of volume and as well as the ones that have a little bit less volume. To me, I feel like the Combat Hybrid is early enough that you really can't throw it as much on stuff with there's not as much oil on the lane. So versatility wise, I feel like the Gremlin Tour is going to be the winner.
Just through 10 shots, which each of the Combat Hybrid and the RotoGrip Gremlin Tour X. Both of these balls, I feel like they kind of fit a slightly similar spot in the bag. I did feel like the Gremlin, however, was just a touch cleaner and smoother off the back end, a lot more controllable, where the Combat was a little bit more juiced up in a sense, where it wanted to hook a little earlier and just was kind of just more ball altogether. So I still think they could be kind of close to the same part in the bag. For me, it would be like ball number 2, ball number 3 kind of thing, but in my opinion, you could use both in the bag, but you probably could have, get away with just one of these. But as I moved further left with each of these, I did feel like the Gremlin was, again, you could feel how much quicker that was to friction, where the Combat was a little bit more, controllable and rolly off the end of the pattern. I did feel like with the Combat, it gave me more miss room in both directions. I did feel like I had also missed with my ball speed. I felt like if I was a little slow, it still tried to be a little bit more smooth and rounded, where the Gremlin definitely wanted to kind of be a little bit more jerky off friction. So final thoughts on these two balls. For me today, I felt like both of these kind of gave me a decent ball motion, but I definitely had more miss room with the Combat Hybrid. I felt like the Gremlin, anytime I got it right early, it just checked on me. I wasn't making the best shots with it, but it was also a little difficult to trust the ball in the middle part of the lane, because I felt like it would never hook. So I felt like I had to get it there at some point, where the Combat I didn't really have that same feeling. I felt like I could miss in, miss right, and it still shaped the right way. So Combat Hybrid's gonna be the winner for today.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.